legacy from the past and a hope for the future, but sometimes taken for granted. A living part of everyone's life, for it provides shelter, furniture, paper, food, and so many other products they can't even be counted. 1 of every 3 acres in the United States is made up of forest land. Over 600 million acres of forests, which must be cared for in such a way that as mature trees are harvested, new ones will soon replace them in an unending cycle without laying waste to the land. No easy task, for unlike an annual crop of corn or wheat, tree crops require many years to mature. "200 years ago, something of a plan for proper timber harvest was spawned by some tribes of American Indians. They harvested only mature trees and thinned or sometimes burned stands of young trees that were too closely spaced. 2 centuries ago, that was forest management. A similar formula is still used today, but with differences. Today, machines work with nature. The old-style lumberjack has given way to the mechanically skilled timber worker. And today it's called sustained yield logging, a planned cycle of clearing, preparation, planting, and harvesting that assures forest regeneration, that cares for the forest from seedlings to full-grown timber. You can't speed nature up, but you can help it along. The new tools of logging in the forestry cycle are doing just that. And wherever there's a modern logging operation underway, more often than not, you'll find the name Rome in the thick of it. For instance, the Rome grapple shear is a multi-purpose machine used in large and small forestry operations for harvesting, thinning, delimbing, and bunching either softwoods or hardwoods. Its guillotine shearing action quickly cuts through any trunk up to 20 inches in diameter with a straight line cut after automatically centering the tree. The shear minimizes wood fracture and leaves the stump almost flush with the ground. Beveled tips then bite into the butt and the log is skidded to the bunch, all in one operation. From an operator's viewpoint, it's efficient, safe, and fast. No more chainsaw crews. One man does it all, with precise control over felling, skidding, bunching, and delimbing. Controls are simple and easily manipulated. This kind of versatility in one package can fell and bunch more than 1 tree a minute. And it's as efficient for thinning as it is for clear cutting. The machine delimbs each tree it has bunched as it returns to the felling area, thereby losing virtually no time for the entire delimbing process. The grapple shear easily mounts on a variety of track-type tractors and loaders, or wheel loaders and rubber-tired skidders. And for the outfit that wants to get its logs from the stump directly to the mill as rapidly as possible, the grapple shear quickly interchanges right on the site with another Rome attachment. The heavy-duty Rome Medford log fork comes in all shapes and sizes. But whatever the model, it's a real workhorse for getting logs sorted and loaded quickly and surely. Designed for balance, capacity, durability, and easy maintenance, the log fork is another modern tool for speeding up the forestry cycle. As with any cycle, it's hard to tell where the forestry cycle starts. But for the Rome KG clearing blade, it usually starts in overgrown, non-productive forest areas, or on slash-laden tracts of land that have already been logged. Its job? To clear the land as a step in preparation for planting, a task for which it's well qualified. The blade cuts a clean swath at ground level through small trees, culls, old stumps, and brush in a single pass. Its guide bar at the top combines with an angled cutting edge to fell all trees and brush to the right as it goes. It then sweeps the felled growth into windrows. When it meets a large cull tree, it isn't stopped. It simply splits the trunk with a sharp stinger on the left of the blade, fells the weakened tree, and proceeds to shear off the stump cleanly at the ground. Proven throughout the world, the Rome KG clearing blade has cut trees of all sizes and types and in many varieties of terrain. Designed for mounting on all sizes of Caterpillar crawler tractors, it can clear many acres of unproductive land a day. When desired, the blade can also grub stumps out of the ground. By cutting, piling, and grubbing, the one implement actually performs several different land clearing operations. Another highly efficient tool for piling windrows is the Rome Holt multi-application rake. The rake is particularly effective in sandy soil, where its teeth comb through the sand, carrying clean vegetation into the windrow. The rake is also used for repiling burned windrows. It shakes out dirt and ashes and piles the partially burned vegetation for final burning. The Rome one-pass bedding harrow takes over in the next stage of site preparation. In a single pass, with no prior tilling, it shatters roots and stumps, speeding their decomposition into the soil. While the front section scarifies the middle of the bed, the rear section tills a 10-foot wide bedding swath. The harrow is equipped with a transport assembly, which lifts the whole unit whenever necessary. It is hydraulically controlled for penetration of the 36-inch discs to the proper depth. Topsoil is concentrated in the root area. Competition for the new seedlings is reduced, and good drainage is assured. Matched to tractors of the Caterpillar D8 and D9 series, these 7 tons of Rome box-beamed construction quickly build high, wide beds for successful planting. In some cases, the site is first tilled with a heavy offset harrow, and then bedded with one of Rome's lighter bedding harrows, with horsepower requirements matching Caterpillar D4 through D6 tractors. This offset harrow chops through heavy concentrations of slash and litter. The discs plow deep, tearing up roots and small stumps, eliminating competition, which would be detrimental to new tree growth. Matched to the horsepower of Caterpillar D8 and D9 tractors, it transforms the most severe soil conditions into an ideal growing environment when it's backed up by one of Rome's bedding harrows. This model, equipped with a rolling chopper attachment, further cultivates the land and concentrates the topsoil as it beds. The chopper mulches the small roots and vegetation. Proper bedding for seeds or seedlings greatly increases the rate of survival and promotes rapid growth. And rapid growth means an earlier harvest. For earlier planting, or for sites that have special drainage or erosion problems, the Rome bedding and rolling harrow builds a high bed and compacts the soil, all in one pass. Its 1.5-ton roller diminishes air pockets in the soil as it forms firm, long-lasting beds that will withstand erosion. At the same time, an integrated coulter cuts a 10-inch groove as a guide for the planter which will follow, as another forest begins to take shape in an uninterrupted cycle. From these small seedlings, and millions like them, will come all of the timber products that generations to come will need. But it won't just happen. Nature can't do it alone. Only in a good growing environment, nurtured by sound forestry practices, can the richness of our forests be preserved for the future. And though the outfits that gave no thought to reforestation are nearly gone, replaced by machines and a scientific plan for management of our timber resources, the greatest tasks in forestry still lie ahead, for there are still vast areas of land yet to receive the benefits of modern forestry practices. The growth rate of our trees must be increased to meet the needs of an ever-swelling population. And there are millions of acres of depleted forest land to be restored to productivity. It's a tremendous job, taking care of our millions of acres of forests, a real challenge to today's foresters. But it's a job that's getting done by the forestry cycle with Rome.